at the Saddlebrook Academy in Wesley Chapel, Florida, and he's been training there heavily. He's in great shape. A great record in '98, but certainly he'd like to have those losses back. Quarterfinals to Carol Kuchera in the Australian Open. He hasn't yet broken into the bank account this year, though he's only made $78,000, and certainly that loss there was to Andre Agassi, who was outside the top 20. Otherwise, he is solid against guys like Enqvist now at 29, but certainly Enqvist has been as high as 6, so watch out.
His opponent today, the 23-year-old from Sweden, Thomas Enqvist. A little heavier than Pete at 187, about the same height. And as many tennis players know, he lives in Monte Carlo.
That's right, out of Stockholm. Again, that ranking is very misleading. He had some injuries last year that kept him out of the game, but he has found his rhythm. I'll tell you, he's happy just because he's healthy. He's not playing with any sores and aches. He's just comfortable now, and he says he can play the kind of tennis he's used to playing. I tell you, he gets up for the big matches, and he's comfortable playing Pete. He gives Pete his respect, but he will play loose, and he's going to go for it today.
Well, Sampras has had a lot of success here in Philadelphia. He won back in 1990. He has won this event on more than one occasion. And we asked him how he feels about playing in Philadelphia.
It's always been a real good city for me throughout my career. Winning here in '90 and coming back and winning it a couple more times. You're always very comfortable around the surroundings, that you play well in the past and enjoy the court, and it's a good medium-paced court, and so it's just, you know, there's just certain cities that you play well, and Philadelphia's been one of them.
No question, he's had good success here. He does like this surface. It's called Mondo 10, and it plays relatively slow for an indoor surface, and Pete says he gets good bounces. The ball bounces up very well. These guys have played before. Leaf certainly with a big lead there, Sampras.
That's right, but Enqvist got him the last time they played. I was on an outdoor hard court in Cincinnati, the Tour Championships. Certainly Sampras is comfortable with it, but Enqvist, I think, having broke through that once, he knows what it takes now to beat Sampras. So that's always nice when you've got at least one win, no matter how many times you've lost.
Well, every week we ask you, our expert, Leaf, what are the keys to success? What do you think, Leaf?
Well, Sampras obviously has to play well, but he's going to have to attack. And really the key one is this: make Enqvist move. He wants to make sure that Enqvist isn't standing still in the middle of the court hitting his tremendous ground strokes. Enqvist, on the other hand, has to beat Sampras to the punch. Take advantage of Pete just getting that ball back into play. And when he gets his chances, capitalize on them.
First game, first set. We are underway with this championship match. It is best of 3. Sampras will serve first. Enqvist on the far side. First game, first set. Sampras starts off serve and volley, Leaf.
You know, I showed Paul Anacone the keys to the match that I had drawn up, and he goes, yeah, that's about right. A couple of things, though, Leaf. And he said, well, one thing, I want to keep Enqvist moving, but we want to either keep the ball low or higher and out of the middle of the court. So he's definitely going to try and keep the ball out of that center of the court where Enqvist is so effective.
Miss hit. Great little slice backhand volley from Sampras. Good touch. Well, the one thing Pete has had problems with this week is getting off to a quick start.
Oh, this is a good start for him here. Look at how he improvises. Nice little cut volley. He just hits half the ball. Just takes the pace off it and creates some angle. Again, Enqvist not the best mover in the game, so it worked for Sampras there.
Just wide. See that linesman behind Enqvist getting that angle in on that sideline. That's where he needs to be. There he is. Oh, the forehand floats long. Sampras looking at those strings, Leaf. He broke 3 rackets in the semifinal against Tommy Haas. We'll see how he does today. Very thin gut, very tightly strung.
75 pounds, which is probably the tightest of any guy on the tour. Particularly in a racket that size. That's only an 85 square inch head. It's not an oversized or a mid-size. I mean, it's pretty much one of the old orthodox rackets. One of the few guys who hasn't given into some of the oversized, long body, wide body technologies.
Game point, Sampras. Second serve. Sampras in, causes the error, and so Pete Sampras is held in the first game in the final round of the Advanta Championships. Sampras 1-love, first set. Thomas Enqvist has missed a forehand up the line to put himself down. Love 15 as we rejoin this match now. Score State Center here in Philadelphia. Yes, Sampras up the line, looking very sharp early, Leaf.
I mean, that is classic Sampras. He gives you the chip back, no pace. You drive the ball, and he just slaps the winner off the first shot. He's got it all, doesn't he?
Early opportunity here for Sampras. Has Enqvist in trouble. Love 30. Oh, and Sampras again drills that backhand up the line. A lot of confidence from the backcourt early here from the #1 player in the world.
I'll tell you what sets up a lot of this for them. Look at the shoulder turn. Perfect setup and a great drive. I mean, I think part of the reason he's done well this game is because he served such a good, strong game in the opening game of the match.
And Sampras plays a brilliant game on Enqvist. The serve breaks it, Love. We are at 2-love first set.
And that was a sweet approach shot, wasn't it? Just a nice chip deep, and you can see Pete. The big match there is Xavier Malisse, a 17-year-old out of Belgium. He was 2 points away from upsetting the best player in the world, but Pete somehow managed to escape.
Malisse, 851 in the world. I wonder what he was thinking 2 points away.
Keep your eyes open for that young man. Of course, Gadenzi, Schalken, and Haas, he came through comfortably after that, but boy, that first round.
This is a different player than we saw last night because Tommy Haas had Pete down 4 games to 1 lead, and he was off to, Sampras was, a very slow start. Just the opposite here today. 15-love. Sampras down the middle, 126 miles per hour, 30-love.
He has come out with all guns firing, and I'm sure Paul Annacone, when he agreed, he said, yeah, Pete has to get off to a better start. Paul has to be happy with the way Sampras is getting going here.
Annacone even looks happier today.
But this is what happens when Pete Sampras plays his best. He serves well. It's very hard to get at his serve, and then he doesn't make any mistakes on your serve, puts a lot of balls in play, and puts the pressure on you.
He just looks more alert early here. He's ready to go. No call. Sampras with ace number 2. 3-love Sampras. First set. Pete Sampras has won 12 of the first 13 points in this match, and an unbelievable start. And Enqvist now says, I'm going to get going myself. 128 miles per hour down the center. Love 3. That is only the 2nd point Enqvist has won in this set. Sampras again drills the forehand. Well, Enqvist moved into this final. Had a little trouble there in the semis.
Sebastian Leroux, the qualifier from Canada, played well. He took out Renenberg, the American, in the quarters. And tough match with Crocker, the German, in the 2nd round.
So many tough players. Marcelo Crocker. There is the net court automatic electronic judge on top of that net. Wide. You kind of miss those net court judges putting their finger on the top of the net, don't you, Leaf?
Yeah, but those guys were always taking one ball in the head a match. It was always getting a bit rough for them.
Well, Sampras with an error off the forehand, a rare error thus far in this match.
You know, I think that's a good error for Sampras, though. You know, he's going for it, where normally he might just roll that ball back. And he's going for it.
Enqvist, very solid out wide. His 2nd ace. This kid can serve when he gets in a rhythm. Another ace, number 3 for Enqvist. And so Thomas Enqvist comes to life.
Well, Enqvist needed that game, and he did it with his serve. His first serve, he comes in mainly with a flat ball. So when he gets it in, he's dangerous.
This was earlier today. This is how the Swede warmed up. A little soccer out here on the center court. That's Paul Harhus. And I'll tell you, Enqvist was very loose about an hour and a half ago. They set up some towels and created a little soccer field. But if I'm the tournament director here in Philadelphia and I'm watching that, I'm saying, wait a second, what if he sprains an ankle?
Yeah, or I don't leave those scuff marks on my court.
Exactly. He was loose.
Paul Harhus is in the doubles final here with his longtime partner Jocko Elting, so he was out here early, hitting some balls with Enqvist and trading some footy.
Sampras with ace number 3. Gets quickly to 30 love.
And there's Michael Triple, who is good friends with Thomas Enqvist and Enqvist's girlfriend Danielle.
There is the story thus far. 5 winners for Sampras. Ooh, Enqvist drills the backhand into the top of the net. 40 love. You think we'll see Enqvist come in very much in this match, Lee?
Well, I think he's trying to do something different. Try and, shock Sampras into realizing that he's over there, that he's going to hurt him somehow, because he has not figured it out yet.
Second serve. Sampras very smartly down the middle. And so Sampras up 4-1 first set. Enqvist serving a second serve now. First point. 6th game. First set. He's down 1-4. No, a little slow with the backswing, Leaf. He looks a little bit sluggish, Enqvist does right now.
Yeah, I think he's just shell-shocked right now. Sampras hasn't missed a ball. Been very aggressive, and Enqvist is really on his back foot.
Sampras has been to net 7 times. He is 7 out of 7 when he gets up there. Enqvist in only 1 time, and he lost the point. Second serve.
Well, that's the ball Paul Annacone doesn't want Pete Sampras to give Enqvist. That high ball in the middle of the court. And when Enqvist is in position and driving the forehand, see, look at the preparation. Right on the ball, just nice and flat.
Serve volley gets a break. Enqvist just catches the tape. Almost missed that backhand volley. I don't think he's real comfortable serving volleying. What do you think?
Yeah, no, he's not a volleyer by nature, but obviously the situation is dictating that he do something different, and it's paying off for him.
30-15. Just wide. Sampras again, not missing by much.
Man, I'll tell you, Pete Sampras looks good going to the ball. I mean, he's just right on the ball. He sees it early. He's just ripping. I don't see him chipping anything right now. He's really driving it.
Out wide. And so 4-2 now. Sampras first set. Well, back in 1990, Pete Sampras right here in Philadelphia won his first title. Looks a little bit younger.
Is he ever?
Andres Gomez, you see on the left there as he approaches. A big win for Sampras over the French Open champion, Andres Gomez. That was way back in 1990. This is now. Score a little deceptive at 4-1. Now it's 4-2. Only 1 service break. This a crucial game. Oh, and Enqvist unloads with that forehand cross court. Very dangerous shot.
Well, he can lean on the forehand. Again, look at the hit. He really gets his arm working through the hit. He catches it early. Notice how he goes to the ball. He finishes in the court.
And again, Enqvist with a service return winner, and suddenly Enqvist with a chance to get right back in this first set. Love 30. Look at the concentration.
Always known as one of the best counter punchers in the game, and you saw why those last 2 points. Great off the service return.
Don't forget, Enqvist has won this event as well back in 1995. Easy volley into the open court.
Well, and you can really see the difference there of how effective Enqvist is when he's on his 2 feet. And that point there, when he's on the run, Sampras got a very weak return. Sampras obviously wanting to make him move. Well, when Enqvist sets up, you're the one who's going to be doing the running.
Big point here, 15-30. shot off that forehand.
Sampras beats Enqvist to the punch there. I really thought Enqvist was going to take that two-handed backhand down the line, but look at Sampras. Big backswing, but notice the finish up high. He's brushing up the top of the ball as he drives through it, so he adds just a little bit of spin.
It's a graceful shot, isn't it?
Yeah, so fluid.
Left first serve. 30 all now. Sampras back from a love 30 deficit. Enqvist right now, Leaf, trying to figure out which way Sampras is going to go on this deuce court. Just wide. Pete's surprising him, coming in behind the serve, and so now Sampras with a chance to go up 5-2. Serve volley again. Pete Sampras on the roll. Sampras leads at 5-2. We're in the city of brotherly love at the Advanta Championships. Second serve for Thomas Enqvist. I'm Barry McKay along with Lee Shires, bringing you final round action on Fox Sports Net. Core State Center in Philadelphia. Pete Sampras in the near court at 5-2 against Thomas Enqvist. At the top of your picture, it is now 15-love in the 8th game of the first set. Still only one service break. Sampras would love to break here and start the second on his own. Just long. Not much. A few whistles from this crowd as Sampras hits long on that cross-court forehand. And up a break like this, you can see Sampras is really going for his shots. He's willing to take some chances because he has the cushion of the service break. Pretty big serve there for a second. Heavy slice serve. Just long. Second serve now. 40-love. We'll see if Enqvist takes a bit of a chance at it with a 40-love lead. He does. Serves a second serve ace, and so Enqvist holds. It's 5-3 first set. Weeknights at midnight, it's The Last Word. Jim Rome, sports radio shock jock. Wallace Matthews, New York print prophet. It's sports talk for the fearless. That's The Last Word, weeknights at midnight, right after Fox Sports News. Check your local listings. Great to be on Fox Sports Net this year, Leaf. We've had 3 excellent finals. This is the 3rd.
Now that's what I think when tennis is most entertaining, when you get the best players playing these big matches. I mean, these guys didn't play all last year. Last time these two played was in '96. It's great to see them facing off here again.
Just wide.
I didn't know whether Sampras would get away with that. Enqvist has been hitting that running passing shot beautifully. He hit it a couple of times against Leroux. But again, good approach. Again, good split step right at the tee. He's looking to make that first volley.
Sampras now 3 points away from the first set. 15-love on his own serve. Ooh, mishit. Pete lets it go. That ball kind of like a screwball coming through the air, and it wobbled in.
Now, those are the toughest shots to judge. Again, he thinks this ball is going to go wide, but off the frame, you can't quite tell what the trajectory is. Well, he's inside the line.
Yeah. 15 all. 124 miles per hour. Jams him a little bit right into the body.
Let's see if Pete goes out to the backhand again. If he's serving and volleying, I bet he goes out wide, tries to open up the court.
Down the middle again.
Right into the body.
It's kind of like an inside pitch in baseball, right on the handle.
Well, the good thing about that serve is if you aim body and you miss, you're still going to hit it somewhere in the box. As long as you don't hit it long, it's still a good safe serve to try at that point, particularly at 30-15.
Double set point now, 40-15. Ooh. Serves up his first double of the day, and what a time for it. Set point, as Anacone makes a note. Do not serve a double fault on set point. That's #1 in his notes today. Oh, and Enqvist takes advantage of a 91-mile-per-hour second serve, knocks it off.
Great play from Enqvist. He's going to drive this ball down here. Watch how he takes it early. Creates some angle right down the line again, capitalizing on the second serve.
Good. No, he gets caught. And Enqvist takes a little off that ball, and now from 40-15 up, suddenly Enqvist with a chance to get right back in this set.
I'll tell you, this volley is normally good enough to beat most guys, but look at the shoulder turn. He shows like he's going to go line, and at the last second just rolls it cross court.
Another second serve opportunity for Enqvist. He stays well behind that baseline. No, and a double fault, and Sampras gets broken. When we return, Enqvist serves to get in. Thomas Enqvist serving now to get even in this first set. What looked to be a fairly quick first set is now turning into a tight one here. 15-love. Enqvist with his 6th ace. Thomas Enqvist has come to life quickly. Although Sampras, I think, played a bad game on his own serve there, Leaf, missing a lot of first serves when he had the 40-15 lead.
And a couple of double faults.
Second serve, bigger forehand.
Well, if Enqvist can get that ball in the middle of the court, even if it's off a second serve, he'll take it. He'll drive that ball. Sampras knows he's in a dogfight, and he's got to be kicking himself for losing that lead.
Yes. Ace #7, right down the center, 127 miles per hour.
He's just picking up steam, Enqvist.
Maybe that soccer warm-up slowed him down a little bit. Yes. And Enqvist with his 8th ace of the day. We are dead even at 5 games all first set.
Well, that's a good example of what makes Enqvist so tough. Big flat serve. When that's going in the box, you don't have much chance to do anything with it if you're lucky enough to get it back into play. You see that. Tournament leader.
I think a lot of people surprised because Sampras, obviously, one of the biggest serves in the game. I think most people would feel that Sampras leads that category. He does not. Thought I heard a string go. I did. Sampras breaking a string, and now Leafy's going to have to change rackets and come back and serve a second serve. How tough is that?
That is tough. He's got 5 or 6 rackets in that bag, all of them strung before this match. He hasn't hit a ball with any of these rackets. Probably come out of a plastic bag. No, this one is not, but you can see there.
Yeah.
A little snap of the old string there. Pretty low in the frame, so he might have hit that one off center.
Doesn't he use a very thin string?
Yeah, he uses 17.5 light, which is as close to 18 gauge as you can get. Probably the thinnest string available. So, you know, some of the 16 gauge. You can see he also weights his racket along the side. He puts metal, lead tape, along the side, as well as cushions here so he doesn't break the string on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, Enqvist just hauls off with that forehand. Boy, has this match changed complexion quickly here.
Again, this is his favorite shot. Backs off the backhand, drives the forehand inside out.
Both feet off the ground. There's Anacone right over Sampras' shoulder there. Just catches the tape.
That is such a sweet approach shot. I think all of the net rushers around the world are so happy to see that. A nice little chip, under spin backhand. Look at the preparation. The racket face is open. He hits the bottom half of the ball, slides through it so it penetrates and stays low.
Ends up inside the service line. He kind of glides in there, Sampras does. Moves.
Very smooth, very smooth. Patrick Rafter, probably the best chip in charger right now, but Sampras showing that he can do that pretty well.
Go wide. Enqvist kind of faking like he was going to come in there. A good play. Big points now. 30 all, 5 games all. A 23-year-old from Sweden, born in Stockholm, living in Monte Carlo. And again, Sampras perhaps with a broken string leaf. Yeah. That is his second racket.
I tell you, that one's frustrating for Enqvist there, because he's just thinking, you know, geez, I wish I'd just gotten the ball back in play.
Exactly.
You know, I could have won that point. Look at him saying, hey, geez, hit it in the box, buddy.
Sampras would have had to play the point with that kind of a racket, which is almost impossible to control the ball.
And it looks like he broke 2 strings there almost.
Yeah, he knows it. Almost saying, why didn't I get that ball back in play? There's no way he could have played the point with that racket we're looking at there. Game point, Sampras. That's good.
Well, that's the second time we've seen him hit that roller. And the reason why he can hit it so well is because Sampras has to respect the drive down the line. Again, just a last-second flick.
Yeah.
And he's going to hold it. And then at the last second, the ball's almost behind him, and he draws it across.
That's the shot you're talking about, Leaf. Right there, the backhand up the line is his bread and butter passing shot. He doesn't miss that too often.
And a good volley from Sampras. You know, the deeper you hit your volley, you give your opponent less time to decide what to do. And that ball skidded. It had lots of underspin on it, so it stayed low.
Sampras bangs it away. 6-5 Sampras, first set. Fox Sports Net behind the scenes. This is the frantic screen going on just yards away from center court. That's the Sampras racket. And these guys are trying to get one of those rackets back in Pete's hands as quickly as possible. Yes, Sampras rolls a little forehand short. Good control.
Great control. And you know, that's the kind of shot that's kind of mouth-watering. You want to come up there and rip it. Sampras didn't do that. He just found the opening and hit it there. Didn't overhit it.
It's long. And now a big chance for Sampras. 5-6.
Again, well, Sampras is a good mover. But again, finds the opening. You can see how he brushes up the side of the ball and over the top. By coming up from underneath, you add spin. When you finish over the ball, it brings the ball down into the court. And obviously, you want to get it up and down when your opponent's at the net.
Second serve, Sampras would love to break here. Avoid the tie break if possible. last point of the match. Great running forehand by Pete Sampras to win it.
Well, Pete Sampras is one of the best, but this is Enqvist at his best, but Sampras is still better. Oh, look at the pass. 10 feet behind the baseline. He finds the opening cross court. Oh. Enqvist, no chance.
This crowd still awed by that shot. Triple set point. Sampras. Big opportunity now. Second serve. He's got it. Sampras very quickly to that cross court again. But he just outplayed him, Lee. That simple.
Well, Enqvist was the player on the attack here, and Sampras had to come up with some pretty good defense. Hit some big passing shots there, and man, he knows that he is lucky to get out of that set. 5-3 serving. Enqvist broke back. Here Sampras now breaks to take the first set. I tell you, that almost hurts more for Enqvist losing it in that fashion than he did if he'd lost it at 5-3.
First game, second set. Sampras out wide on that first serve.
I'm still amazed at how Sampras raised his level of play there. That was a fabulous game he played. His ground strokes were fabulous. He attacked, played great defense.
Who says men's tennis is all serve and volley as Yannick continues to make his notes? Oh, we've seen some tremendous rallies in this match. It isn't all serve and volley. And I think the surface has a lot to do with that.
This is a good speed of a court here. Nice medium speed, hard.
Gets caught.
I mean, this is a rubberized surface. In fact, it has 2 rubber portions on it. Last year it was a little more grainy. This year it's pretty much a consistent surface. Of course, it's got layers of rubber. The bottom layer is very cushioned. The top layer is a little bit harder, so you get the bounce of a hard court. You can see there, but you also get the cushion. You can see the various layering there. And on the bottom is a little fiberglass base. So it's a good, solid surface, yet it won't hurt your feet, and you get a nice, true bounce. I mean, it's a fabulous surface.
Good work there by our camera crew, led by Bruce Troy, our director. We are on top of this match.
On top of the court, literally.
Yes, service ace out wide. Ace number 4 for Sampras. Enqvist clearly ahead in that category. He leads the tournament in aces.
See, Sampras has to be careful here now. First game, remember when he was serving at 5-3, he was up 40-15. All of a sudden, Enqvist came on. I mean, this is a key game now for Sampras. Get ahead in the second set. And I don't have to remind Pete. I'm sure he knows it.
Again, Enqvist with the solid return, keeping the pressure on. It's deuce.
See, Enqvist has such tough returns. It's tough to serve and volley consistently because he'll get into a good rhythm on the return, and that's when he's dangerous. So Sampras, let's see if he stays back on this point or he'll continue to put the pressure on with the serve and volley. He was coming. Serve well inside the service line. You know, he's about 2-3 feet inside the service line. And watch how he gets down. When playing these low volleys, you got to use your legs to get down to the ball. Look at Sampras get down there. And again, he used Enqvist's pace there too. He just popped that volley.
Yes, down the center, and so Sampras holds. One love, Pete Sampras. Second set. Stringers, go for it. Get those rackets back to Sampras. We'll be back. Enqvist serving, second game, second set. Sampras with the first set, 7-5. We've seen some very high-quality play thus far in this match. it's long. This tournament has had a tremendous history through the years, dating back to 1962. Here is a great final, a couple of old friends, and I use the term loosely. On the left, Jimmy Connors, who won it in 1980 over J.P. McEnroe. McEnroe won this event many times, 95, I should say 85, 84. 4 years in a row, McEnroe the winner here. 82 through 85. 30 love Enqvist. No, the slice goes long.
McEnroe's wearing his U.S. Davis Cup jacket there, and you think about Davis Cup considerations, and Enqvist didn't even play for the Swedish team that beat the U.S. He was injured at that time. Of course, they beat them in the finals December of '97. Sampras, of course, injured in that match. But how tough will Sweden be when a healthy Enqvist is back on the roster? They are going to be tough to beat.
Ball sticks in the net. Shot hits the line. No, it's long. That ball skidded off the line. Leaf, you could see it. Enqvist has another look.
You know, you don't see Pete Sampras play that shot that often. I mean, that was something out of an Andre Agassi replay. Watch, he's in a great driving rally here. All of a sudden, he just changes it up. Same preparation, but the last second just hits a little underspin. Did he have his tongue in his cheek there?
It almost looked like he smiled as if to say, I'm going to just try something crazy here.
We know he's got variety, and that was one more skill he shows, boy. It won him the point, too.
Second serve. Sampras continuing to stay well behind that baseline, respecting the serve of Thomas Enqvist. Double fault. And now Leaf, crucial point here, 30-40 break point for Sampras to go up 2-love. And the way he's playing, if he gets a break early in the second set, he's going to be awfully tough.
Good instinct from Enqvist there to take the attack to Sampras down a break point. I think he sensed he had to do something. Couldn't lay back and let Sampras dominate the point.
Yes, Enqvist when he needs it, right down the center, 126 miles per hour.
There's the Enqvist camp, his girlfriend, Danielle.
Not looking over ecstatic so far.
She was definitely happy after he had beaten Tommy Haas, but not looking as happy now.
That's good. It drops in. And so Enqvist holds. 1 game all. Second set. 1 game all. Second set. Sampras to serve now. Third game. Second set. He has the first. Sampras does 7-5. Advanta Championships. The championship match. Go wide. Look at our match update here.
Boy, and you talk about high level of play. Look at that. Lots of winners, very few unforced. These guys are both playing beautifully.
That's good. No. Oh, it is good. I thought it went widely just for a moment. From our vantage point up here, that ball looked like it might have slipped wide.
Well, Sampras came in on a pretty straight ahead shot. Enqvist had time here. See if we can get a look from this view. Might have caught the sideline.
Was Lars Groff in the chair out of Sweden? There he is, trying to keep things under control. Now, love 40 as Enqvist with an early opportunity. Sampras goes for a big second serve. We're at the Advantage Championships, Philadelphia, Core State Center. This is the final round match. I'm Barry McKay along with Leif Shirus, bringing you action from Philadelphia. Sampras with the first set, 7-5. Sampras down one, I should say 1-all and 15-40. Double break point. Third game, second set. And there it is. Thomas Enqvist has broken in the third game. He leads it 2-1. Big league sports history in Philadelphia. Those are the banners high above the course.
And that's Eric Lindros.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's wide.
The Flyers are obviously on the road this week, but before they left town, they gave Pete Sampras an honorary Flyers jersey with the number 1 on it. Ron Hextall, the goaltender, and Peter Svoboda, the defenseman, gave him the jersey.
It's wide. Philadelphia Flyers with their banner up there. Stanley Cup champions in 73 and 74, as well as 74 and 75. There they are, right above where we are seated.
They were in the finals last year. I think they got a good shot this year. Of course, Enqvist is a big hockey fan, but the way he's serving, he should stick with tennis. Again, he's 6'3", so he gets a good extension. Notice the great high toss. Really gets the ball up. Pretty good knee bend here, and he's going to explode upwards at the ball.
Enqvist with his arch on that serve, sort of similar to Stefan Edberg.
Yeah, very reminiscent of Edberg, isn't it? He's a little stiff, you can see. He doesn't bend as easily as Edberg does, but he gets the same sort of push up with his back and his legs, twisting that trunk up at the ball.
That's good. Right off the baseline. Enqvist now 3-1, second set. We are there when you're looking for the stories. All the sports, inside and out. Fox Sports News prime time tonight at 10. Check your local listings. Fox Sports News prime time. Great to be on the Fox Sports net this year with the tennis league. We've had 3 excellent tournaments, and this no exception. Looks like we could have a 3-setter here if Enqvist can hang on.
A little bit of a delay as they change balls. Sampras holds up the new tennis ball that he'll serve with.
Changing at 7 and then 9 games, figuring that the warm-up takes a couple of games out of these balls. It's long. You think the new balls have a tendency to fly a little more?
Absolutely, and the nap is pretty tight on the ball. really explodes off the racket. Certainly when the ball gets more worn, the fluff sits up. It doesn't travel through the air as quickly. Boy, a nice little slice serve landed right on the center line and curved away from Enqvist.
So, Leaf, it may be an advantage to serve with new balls, but to hit ground strokes with them might be a little tougher.
I don't know. Bjorn Borg used to say, well, I'll return that new ball just as hard as you hit it. So obviously it depends on your perspective. And if you're Bjorn Borg, you can lace a few balls when they're nice and new, too.
15 all. 3-1 Enqvist. Let's have a look now at one of the best serves in the business, Pete Sampras.
Again, a nice rocking motion. Get very fluid in the take back. And he gets that racket head up high. Look at the nice knee bend again. It seems like all the good serves have that. Explodes up with the ball. And right at the finish, he's got that nice wrist snap. And that snap brings the ball down into the box. Well, that was a good example of it there. You use your legs to go up at the ball. And when you hit up at it, you use your wrist to bring it down. So there's energy up to get the ball over the net, and you snap down to bring it down inside the service line. Right, Barry? That's how you used to do it.
Long time ago. I almost forget. I thought I heard another string go. Yeah, Sampras can't believe it. There it is again.
He's keeping the stringers in business here in Philadelphia. They're going to do about a month's work in one match.
That is amazing. As he walks over, puts the racket down. Well,
look at that. You can see how much string was pulled when it broke. It broke pretty much in the center, but pulled down from here. Sampras has got the edge, and the racket's broken.
It's a new graphic, racket count. And we have learned that the time elapsed for a quick string job is about 15 minutes. And that is very quick for those guys back there.
Well, stringing with gut and also the tubing that he puts inside the ground is to protect the string. It's got to take at least 15 minutes.
Oh, yes, Sampras rolls it cross court. And so Pete Sampras holds 3 games to 2. Enqvist, we're in the city of brotherly love. Stay with us. Thomas Enqvist with the break now, serving at 3-2. Just changed over, and this is just moments ago as Doug Spreen on the left, the ATP Tour trainer, massaging the right shoulder. And then he takes the forearm lead and gives it a little massage. It's a little shaky.
When you serve a full set and a half, 120-mile-an-hour bombs, your shoulder's going to start feeling it.
That second serve.
Enqvist also likes to string his racket pretty tight, so when you're stringing tight and hitting the ball hard, you can oftentimes feel that reverberate in your shoulder and in your arm.
I don't think Enqvist flows into his serve as easily as Sampras either. He puts a little more pressure on the arm. It's good. Sampras waiting for the call in that baseline. He does not get it. There's another look over there. Ooh, he thought for sure that ball was long.
He was getting a little advice from the people in the crowd saying, hey, that was good.
Lars Graf from Sweden in the chair. Go long.
This is where Enqvist dominates, when that ball's in the middle of the court. Sampras had his most success when he was keeping the ball out of the middle and hitting with pace. When the ball starts getting into the middle of the court, that's when Enqvist is going to dictate play.
Pete had a couple of words with that base linesman just then.
It's in.
Enqvist with a little slice up the line. Very clever one-handed shot.
Well, that's something he's improved. Anytime a two-hander has to play the one-hander, he's never that effective, but certainly he's improved this now. He can play the slice.
Ooh.
And that one works against Pete, who'd moved forward.
Left. Just wide. 112 miles per hour down the center, but he pulls it wide. Second serve.
So that's an amazing shot. Amazing forehand.
And so Enqvist holds it. His 4-2 second set. Enqvist, well, this week a lot of prize money at stake here. We'll have a look here. 110,000 to the winner. 57.9 finalist. And if you get to the quarters, if you pick up 15,000, not too bad.
It's good bank.
I have to melt some of my silver trophies at home. They're only silver plate, you know. They didn't even used to give us sterling in those days. They wouldn't be too valuable, I don't think. 15, love.
The sad part is these guys get trophies too, Barry.
That's right.
Trophies and cash. But they earn it. These guys are playing a very high level of tennis today, aren't they? Jeez, great.
They give you a trophy when you lost to McEnroe in that Queens match that year. I know you had a very good chance to win that match.
Yeah, I like the check better, but they gave me a little keepsake.
He loves Sampras. 40 loves Sampras. Down the center with ace number 7. And Sampras holds easily. 4-3 Enqvist. Second set. Enqvist serving now with a break. 4-3. Second set. Sampras has the first. 7-5.
Love
15. Sampras has got to be thinking right here. Love 15. This could be my chance to break back. Oh, big serve down the middle. 15 all. Well, it's great to have Todd Martin back on the tour, and this week the ATP Tour Charities has named him as the Sportsman of the Week. He went out to St. Christopher's Children's Hospital, and the tour will donate $5,000 to the National Junior Tennis League, started by Arthur Ashe many years ago. Todd Martin, ATP Tour Charities Sportsman of the Week. No, it's long. All right, Lee, 15-30. Sampras, what's going through his mind right now?
Well, first thing he's got to do is get the first serve back here, because Enqvist is going to bring the heat. Sampras got to try and get the ball back into play. And get into the point a bit here with Enqvist. See if he can't find some openings to drive the ball. Now's his chance. He's got to get a good percentage of returns it on that second serve. That's something Anacone mentioned. Watch the chip cross court.
Ooh, deep serve. And a chance for Sampras now. 15-40. Enqvist gets caught. Didn't look too comfortable on that forehand volley.
Not a confident volley here from Enqvist. He's in a position to win the point. A good deep approach. He's got some open court, but he can't convert the volley. Sampras drives this backhand. Great preparation. You can see full swing.
Double break point. 15-40.
That's a better volley from Enqvist there. He really closed it off, and I think that's the area where he's improving now. He's a little bit better at the net. At least he's not afraid to go up there, where in the past, you know, the only time he'd come to the net was to shake hands. So this is good for him. I think he's learning how to play a game, find a way to win.
Miss hit. Net court. Sampras gets a break. Wide open court. Just catches the net, and it dies. And so Sampras has broken back. We are at 4 games all. Second set.
Well, to be great, you have to get lucky a little bit. Sampras here with the forehand drive. Again, that little bit of topspin helps that ball go over, too.
Thank you. 4 games all. Sampras with the first set, 7-5.
I think he'll take that, Barry.
Oh, 15-40. next weekend, we will be at one of the nicest resorts anywhere in the world, the Scottsdale Princess, for the Franklin Templeton Tennis Classic. Check your local listings. Andre Agassi returns to the tour. Boris Becker, Mark Philippoussis. What a lineup they've got out there. We'll be there on Fox Sports Net. Check your local listings. It sounded like a broken string from Enqvist that time.
I think the ball hit the frame, the throat of the racket. Again, Enqvist likes the ball out on his wings where he can reach out his long arms. That serve got into the body. 126 miles an hour on that one. Sampras is just loosening up right now.
Out wide. Starting to mix the serve up very well. Sampras is, and so 40 love.
You know, what makes Sampras a great server is not the fact that he can hit a serve 140 miles an hour. It's that he can do so much with his second serve. He can throw so much different variety in.
Jack Kramer used to say, show me a great player with a second serve, and I'll show you a winner. You're so right. That's good. Sampras drills it down the line. 5-4 Sampras. Second set. Both players get a big hand as they change over, and now crucial time for the Swede. Down 4-5 and down a set. He must hold here to stay in this match. Sampras looking for his first title of the year. 15 love.
Enqvist starts off this game very nicely. Good first serve and some terrific ground strokes there. Of course, the ace on the forehand side was devastating. No chance for Sampras on the first point.
Can you turn off the music, please?
Somebody requesting that the music be turned off here in this Core States Center. No, the fall. Second of the match, and boy, that toss was so low.
Yeah, he gets a little tentative on that second serve. I mean, you got to go up and hit that second serve, make it go in. It's not going to go in on its own. You got to create some spin, create some action on the ball.
That first serve.
Again, another low toss there. See, Enqvist is playing with fire here. He's pretty low onto the net.
Oh, just catches the tape. And now Sampras 2 points away. 1990, a young Pete Sampras came here, won the Philadelphia Bowl for his first ATP Tour title. He is now 2 points away from another title here in Philadelphia. Just wide.
Boy, have his shoulders gotten big or what? I mean, Sampras is a Brout now. I mean, he's a big guy. Look at those shoulders. Very strong. You take a look at that. I mean, he's just a little kid there. Of course, he played his first ATP Tour match here in 1988. So to come back and win the tournament in 90, this has really been a big jumping off city for him. He lost to Sammy Giammalva. His first professional match on the ATP Tour.
That's a big shot off the forehand. Thomas Enqvist has other ideas. We are at 5 games all, second set. Sampras, what a dominant player he has been through this decade. 52 titles.
Thomas Muster, Michael Chang, Andre Agassi, Boris Becker, and that's just in the 90s. Fabulous. That first one in 90, it's amazing to think he's won 51 since that one title here in Philly. Man.
125 miles per hour down the center, 15 love. Well, Becker actually has won 30 indoor titles in his career, so he put together a few before 1990.
Versatile power. Boris Becker.
Sampras continuing to mix up the serve well. serve right off the service line. It jumps.
Well, should Pete Sampras win here this week, it would be his 4th Philadelphia championship. And he's only won Wimbledon, the ATP Tour World Championships, and the U.S. Open 4 times also. I mean, you talk about a group of tournaments having won 4 times. That's pretty impressive. Wimbledon, U.S. Open, and the ATP Tour World Championships. Phenomenal accomplishments.
Yes, Sampras cross court. 6-5 Sampras, second set. They're playing for it all right here. Here's the trophy. Championships from Philadelphia. Pete Sampras now 1 game away. He won the first set 7-5. Leads at 6-5 in the second set. Thomas Enqvist at the top of your picture, serving to stay alive now in this championship match. I'm Barry McKay, and my colleague Leif Shiras has headed courtside just in case this match ends quickly. We'll try and get both players for you. 15 love Enqvist, trying to get into a tiebreak. Solid forehand from Thomas Enqvist. Got a lot of weight into that ball cross court. 30 love. It's out wide. Service ace for Enqvist. 13th ace of the day for Enqvist. He leads in that category, and he leads the tournament in aces. Another ace, number 14 down the center. We are at 6 games all, and we will have a tiebreak. You are at courtside now. What's it like down there?
I'll tell you, when we're sitting above the court, you don't really notice how fast the ball is traveling. These guys are really gunning it down here. Enqvist really teed off on that return. That ball just didn't get out far enough. Enqvist leaned on it and cracked it for a winner.
Mini break for Enqvist now. 1-0. First player to reach 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage will win this set 7-6. Spice hits the net. Enqvist 2-0. Just wide. 129 miles per hour down the center, but it was wide. Bad error off the forehand. Didn't look like he was forced that much, Leaf.
Well, that's his favorite shot, so obviously the moment lost the mini break.
One, two. Sampras serves. That is wide. Sampras now 2-all. This is the finals of the Advantage Championships here from the Core State Center in Philadelphia. Pete Sampras with the first set, 7-5. We are in a tiebreak in the second. It's 2 points all. No, that will go wide. Enqvist going for it all in the return. stayed a little low, Leaf, on the return.
Well, I think you see pretty tense moments. You can see both guys making some unforced, which has been unusual. It's been such a high level of play throughout the entire day here. But again, Sampras is looking for a little break here on the Enqvist serve.
There is one of the stringers who came forward with a Sampras racket, but Pete just passed over quickly, did not pick it up. 3 points all.
I'll tell you, Barry, all the doubles guys have come out of the locker room to watch the last set here. Richie Renenberg and McPherson. And the Dutch players are all around watching this one. They don't want to miss this.
Just missing what looked to be a routine two-hander. Now Sampras with the mini break, 4-3. Serve volley deep. Sampras holds. 5-3. Just wide. Ooh, and Enqvist gets pulled way out of court. Sampras taking a big chance on that second serve wide, and we have arrived at championship point for Pete Sampras. Sampras on the full run, knocks the cross court for a winner. This crowd on its feet here at the Core State Center, a brilliant running cross court. They love him in Philadelphia. Sampras repeats. He was the winner last year over Patrick Rafter, and this year a frustrated Swede, Thomas Enqvist, gave it his all, had his chances in that second set in particular. But Sampras a little too tough, wins it in straight sets, 7-5 and 7-6. Stay with us on Fox Sports Net. We'll be back and talk to Sampras right after this. Sampras, the winner of the 1998 Advanta Championship. The #1 seed, Pete Sampras, wins the Advanta Championships here in Philadelphia. Straight sets over Enqvist, 7-5 and 7-6. Leif Shiras is with the winner. Leif.
Thank you, Barry. Pete Sampras, a 4-time champion in Philadelphia, but it didn't come easy today. A great match today.
Thanks. Yeah, it was very good tennis today. Thomas, has been playing well all week. I got off to a great start today and played pretty well. It was good tennis out there. I really felt the level was quite high throughout the whole match, and I just came out with the victory.
Did you feel that you really needed this one after Australia and after San Jose to sort of reaffirm that you're the man out here on the tour?
I don't need anything, really.
Can you play any better than you did today? I mean, you got out of the blocks. I know you've had some slow starts this week, but boy, you came out hitting the ball great early.
Yeah, I got off to a great start, got the early break, and sent the ball very well. Thomas has got such a huge serve, especially his second serve was giving me some problems, but it was good to win here. I've always enjoyed coming back to Philadelphia. I've had really good success here.
Now, just one sort of silly question, but does it ever bother you, all the strings you break in your rackets?
It does bother me, especially when it's a big point, and I hit a big serve, and it's just, my rackets are so tight. As far as my gut, it's real thin, and I just break a lot of strings, and it does bother me sometimes. I rather, as far as my strings, not break them.
So now you're reaching the point now where you could get as famous as, Dr. J, Charles Barkley. I mean, you're like Philly's favorite son now.
Kobe Bryant.
Well, Pete Sampras, congratulations on victory #4.
Thanks.
All right, right, Sampras, a very happy champion down there. He got a big hand from this Philadelphia crowd. He loves it here. He has won here 4 times, 90, 92, 97, and 98. Paul Annacone, his coach, extremely happy, and so Sampras the winner. And he played a very tough opponent in Thomas Enqvist. And now Leif Shiras is with Thomas Enqvist. Leif.
Okay, thank you. Thomas, a great match today. I mean, you have to be happy with the way you played. You played great tennis. And the crowd loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that, you know, if you play Pete, I have to go for my shots a little bit. And I did some mistake in the end of the sets. And that's, if you play such a good player as Pete, that's going to cost the lose. And that's what happened today, I think.
Well, he came out of the block so fast. He really played flawless tennis right at the start. Yet you came back, you broke back and got into it. Obviously, you felt you had a good chance there.
Yeah, well, he's playing very fast. And I had some trouble in the beginning to, you know, see the ball good. And he's hitting the ball really, really hard and take it very early. So was not much to do.
Well, you've been as high as 6th in the world. Obviously, your ranking's down a little bit now, but this has to be a good sign for you that you're on the way back, that Enqvist is still the top 10 player he has always been.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I think I played some good tennis here this week, and hopefully I can continue.
So what are your goals for this year? Can you get back into the top 5, or can you penetrate that top 5?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to try to stay healthy and enjoy playing and see what happens.
All right, great week this week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Thomas Enqvist, a big hand from this crowd here. Played a fine match, but not quite enough. Sampras the winner in Philadelphia. We'll be back on Fox Sports Net and award the trophies and prize monies. Sampras the winner here, 7-5 and 7-6. He wins the Advantage Championships. Let's go down to courtside now with the tournament director, Barbara Perry. Take it away, Barbara.
Thank you, David. And on behalf of IMG, I'd like to thank the other great stars of this event, our beneficiary, Philadelphia Youth Tennis, the tournament staff, headed by Noel Scott, here on center court, our many great sponsors, a special thanks to TWA, Mercedes, Aetna US Healthcare, our host sponsor, Pico Energy, and here on center court, representing Pico, is Mr. Dennis Murphy, Director of Marketing. I forgot to thank the Camera Shop Incorporated, also another sponsor. And finally, I'd like to thank our title sponsor, Advanta Corporation. Thanks to all of our friends at Advanta, Al Jacobson, Peter Fishback, Georgiana Giuliano, the chairman of Advanta, Dennis Alter, and here to make the presentations is the Vice President of Corporate Communications for Advanta, Darcy Foster Rudney.
Thanks, Barbara. Pete, we'd like to ask you to come up, please. Fine, thank you. Pete, we've had a wonderful week of tennis. We love it when you come to Philadelphia, and we're here to present you with a check for $110,000, which we hope you'll spend in good health. And I'm sure you will. I could too. I also wanted to provide you with some racket string, because I realized that, you know, after this week here, you're going to need a little extra. But it's been great tennis, and we've really enjoyed having you. We also have a trophy for you as well.
Can you hold it up?
Yeah, hold it up. We thank Tiffany for that wonderful trophy bowl. Thomas, could you please come up? Thank you for wonderful tennis. We have a bowl for you as well from Tiffany's, and a check for $57,900 for also a wonderful week of tennis. Thank you. Best of luck. Okay. Pete, would you like to say a few more words?
Straight sets. Sampras extremely happy with a fine day of tennis, 7-5 and 7-6. He wins the Advantage Championships in